Today we're making meatloaf. Meatloaf, which is a loaf of meat. Start with 1 onion and chop that onion. Take a handful of mushrooms and chop those mushrooms. A garlic clove, and you guessed it, chop that garlic clove. Okay, here's a trick to separate the garlic from the shell. Take the back of your knife and press it down really hard. And I know some of you are like, Bert, are you wearing a bathrobe? It's 2:30 in the afternoon. No. Next we have a bushel of carrots, and you're probably thinking, oh, I know, chop it. No, don't jump ahead. Try to stay in the moment, it's all we have. You're gonna cut them, and we're gonna use the tops for later. That sound is my mating call, bacon grease and butter, my personal love language. Oh, that's so sweet. I love you too. You're gonna let those cook down for about 20 minutes and add your chicken stock, tomato paste, and the chopped garlic. All right, let's take a peek at the onions, but from safely 6 feet away. They look perfect. Transfer that to another bowl to let it cool, and then we'll start sauteing our carrot tops. In the same pan that I caramelized the onions, I'll add a splash of white wine vinegar and a touch of brown sugar. Oh, I thought I grabbed the brown sugar box. Now the recipe calls for regular sugar. So a touch of regular sugar. We adapt. We're fine. I mean, we could go to the store to get more, but let's just stay home. Okay. Add the cooled off onions to 1.5 pounds of fresh ground beef. Add in the mushrooms, the carrot tops, celery salt, fresh ground black pepper, and sea salt. Mix together and add in 2 beaten eggs and a sprinkle of almond flour. And I know that was a lot of steps at once, but I mean, you know, you have time because where are you going? Nowhere. Okay, form your loaf. I make this little rim because it holds in the glaze and I like for the edges to get crunchy. Speaking of, let's make our glaze. Start with some ketchup, balsamic vinegar, 1 tablespoon of butter makes it good, 3 tablespoons of butter make it better, and a squirt of hot sauce. Pour the glaze over the meatloaf and pop it into the oven at 350 for 45 minutes. And the carrots, because vegetable, olive oil, salt, pepper, pop it in with the meatloaf. Now for the gravy. Add about, I don't know, that amount of butter and about, oh, we'll say that amount of flour. Stir together and add about that amount more flour. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't care. As it comes together, start adding in your liquid. I'm doing chicken stock. Keep stirring in your liquids until it's the consistency that you like. I personally like my gravy like I like my quarantine, thick. Okay, take a handful of mushrooms, slice, add into the gravy, let cook down. And after simmering for about 20 minutes or so, I don't really know because time means nothing anymore, you have a beautiful gravy. 45 minutes later, and look at that. I don't want to toot my own horn, but toot toot, y'all. And this is a meatloaf good enough for Sunday dinner, or a Wednesday, or any day. What day is it today?